Have you ever stayed quiet, not because you didn't have anything to say, but because you were afraid to speak? That's totally me.
Hi, I'm Sophie. For a long time, I believed my English wasn't good enough, so I stayed silent. I listened, I smiled politely, I nodded, but I never really spoke. I thought people would judge me. I thought I would make mistakes. And little by little, my voice disappeared. But one day, one small moment, one simple choice changed everything. And I realized something important. Sometimes courage begins with just one small word. The bus was full that morning. People were talking, typing on their phones, drinking coffee, rushing to work. But I sat by the window, quiet as always, watching the city move. I always liked mornings. The soft light, the sound of the engine. It felt safe, like the world was still half asleep. Behind me, a group of students were speaking English. They laughed, spoke fast, words rolling like water. I understood some of it, and my heart beat fast. Whenever I hear English, I feel two things at the same time. Pride, because I love the language. Fear, because I don't feel ready to speak it. Suddenly, a girl called out.
Excuse me, is this seat free?
My whole body froze. Was she talking to me? My face got hot. My tongue felt heavy. But she was talking to someone else. They laughed and continued to talking. I breathed again. Moments like that happen to me a lot. Fear arrives before words do. I whispered to myself, "It's okay, Sophie. One day you will talk too." I looked out the window, watching birds in the gray sky. I wasn't speaking, but inside my heart, I shouted, "I want to talk. I want to be part of the world. I just don't know how yet." The bus stopped again. More people entered. The city was waking up fast. And then she appeared, a tourist, holding a big map, confused and tired. Her eyes were full of hope and stress. She looked around, and her eyes met mine. My heart jumped. Please don't come to me, I thought. Not because I didn't want to help, but because I was afraid I couldn't. She walked straight to me. "Hi," she said with a gentle smile. "I'm trying to find the Central Library. Am I on the right bus?" Central Library? I knew that place. I passed it every day. I could help her. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. My heart was beating so loudly, I thought everyone could hear it. "Yes," I whispered, so quietly even I barely heard it. She leaned closer. "Sorry, what did you say?" My chest tightened. My hands were cold. I wanted to speak, but fear held me like a rope. I'm sorry," I whispered. "I don't know." Her smile faded, not angry, but just tired, and she walked away to ask someone else. I watched her, and something inside me hurt. Not because she left, but because I could have helped her. I knew the answer, but fear spoke instead of me.
Very quietly, I said to myself, I wish I could be brave.
That night, I made a promise. 30 minutes every day. No pressure, just try. I didn't want to become perfect. I just wanted to become brave. The first day, I watched a short English video. I repeated sentences. I sounded strange. I made mistakes. But I smiled because I tried. The next day, I practiced speaking in front of the mirror. I felt shy, even with myself, but I kept going. Day by day, something small started growing inside me. Not vocabulary, not grammar, confidence. I wasn't perfect, just courage, and that was enough. Then, one evening, I joined a small English chat group online. Just listening at first. Quiet, like always. Then someone said, "Hi, I'm Mia. Anyone wants to practice speaking with me?" My heart jumped again. Fear, but also a spark. I typed slowly. "Hi, Mia. I want to practice too." She replied with a big happy emoji. From that night, Mia became my practice partner. We spoke slowly. We laughed at our mistakes. We made up funny words. She never judged me, never laughed at me. She always said, "Little steps are still steps." Talking with her made English feel lighter, easier, happier. And for the first time in a long time, I felt proud of myself. 2 months later, I was on the same bus, the same window seat, the same morning light. But I was not the same Sophie. I was listening to an English podcast, whispering the words, smiling at my progress. Then it happened again. A tourist stood near me and asked, "Excuse me, do you know where the city museum is?" My heart moved fast, but not like before. It wasn't fear this time. It was excitement. I took a slow breath and smiled. "Yes, it's 2 stops from here. You can get off near the big square. The museum is on the right." The tourist smiled brightly. "Thank you. Your English is very good." Good? Me? My eyes became warm. I felt tears, happy ones, sitting quietly in my heart. I whispered to myself, I did it. Not perfect, not fluent, but brave. And that day, I understood something precious. You don't need to speak perfect English. You just need to not give up on yourself. I looked outside the window, and I saw the world a little brighter than before. Because now, I wasn't silent anymore. I was growing, and I was proud. Even a quiet flower blooms, slowly, beautifully, in its own time. If you're afraid, if you feel shy like I did, just start. One small step, one word, one try. Because confidence doesn't come before speaking. It comes from speaking. And your voice? It deserves to be heard.